Everybody swears their air fryer can do it all, and while that might be a little bit of a reach, the air fryer is excellent when it comes to certain things. Today I'm going to show you my top 5 all-time favorite things to make in the air fryer. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. Alright, first up, my all-time favorite thing, number 1 in the air fryer, is reheated pizza. Sometimes it's better this way than when it comes, you know, I'll pop it in the air fryer even if it ain't cold. I want that crust.
You like that overeating it cold?
Yeah.
The crust is perfect.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't use the air fryer very much, but the one thing that I 1000% will use it for is this. And a couple more things I'm about to show you. All right, guys, so as you can see, I'm not in my normal home. This is my DC apartment. For those of you guys that don't know, I own a restaurant in Washington, DC, and I've been having to spend a little bit of extra time here the last couple weeks. So we figured we'll shoot some content as well. That being said, when I'm traveling away from home and out of my routine, I like to try to stay fit and eat healthy, and the air fryer is good for that. So today, we're gonna go ahead and prep one of my favorite things to make the air fryer, which is crispy Brussels sprouts. All right, guys, so the prep for the Brussels sprouts is super easy. Just cut the stem off on the end, cut them in half so they come out like this. We're gonna go ahead and hit them with a little avocado or olive oil, season them with my all-purpose seasoning or just some salt and pepper. And then if you want, you can throw a little sauce in the mix. I'm going with a real simple honey soy glaze that we're gonna toss the Brussels sprouts in after they're crispy, fresh out of the air fryer. Just to switch it up sometimes, you know, just regular old roasted or air fried Brussels sprouts could get boring. So come up with a couple different sauces that you want to pair with it. All right, guys, so for the Brussels sprout preparation, I like to put my air fryer on 350 degrees. Remove the little shavings, which are going to end up being your crispy bites that are delicious. I like to add them towards the end, or if you add them all at once, you want to pull them out about halfway through so they don't burn up and get too crispy. This is what we're looking like, 15, 18 minutes, depending on the size of your Brussels sprouts. We have some extra large ones today, so it took a little longer than normal. We just want to check them for tenderness and season them to taste. Hit them with a little sauce if you want to. Cannot go wrong with a delicious air fried, crispy Brussels sprout. Money. All right, people, one of my other favorite things to make in the air fryer is sweet potato fries. Now, all fries are good in the air fryer, but particularly sweet potato fries because I find that they're hard to get extra crispy even if you deep fry them at home, unless you buy them, you know, frozen. But in the air fryer, it's kind of like a cheat code. They come out just so much better in my opinion. So what you want to do is cut these into fries. Sweet potatoes are much more fibrous than regular potatoes, so you want to put some muscle behind, you know, chopping them up. We're just going to cut these into, just standard size fries, not shoestring and not steak cut, somewhere in the middle. All right, guys, so the next step here is to preheat your air fryer, and we're going to coat these French fries or sweet potato fries in some avocado oil, olive oil, whatever oil you have, and then season them with the flavors that you like. You can use things sweeter, like cinnamon and things like that, which pair nicely with sweet potatoes. Today we're doing a Cajun sweet potato fry. So I'm gonna go olive oil, avocado oil, a little AP seasoning or salt and pepper, and whatever your favorite Cajun blend is. All right, guys, sweet potato fries fresh out the air fryer, Cajun style, a little dark around the edges, but that's what you gotta do sometimes to get that slightly crispy bite, you know? Still not the crispiest fry, but delicious. Sweet potato fries is one of those things that I love, but I rarely order them. It's so good. My son loves these too. He's 2 years old, so if you got kids at home, this might be a nice little way to sneak in some more veggies, or, you know, if they don't eat much potatoes instead of McDonald's fries. Let me know in the comments what your favorite air fryer recipes are, and if you want to see some more air fryer recipes, let me know what you want to see. Next up, my friends, probably the thing that I've eaten the most in the air fryer, jerk salmon. Not necessarily always jerk, but salmon is fire in the air fryer if you haven't tried it yet. We're gonna go ahead and marinate this in a jerk marinade. It's gonna be super simple because I'm in my apartment and I don't have a ton of ingredients. So we're gonna use 1.5 tablespoons of jerk paste. I like to use the mild stuff because the other stuff is too spicy for me. A little low sodium soy sauce, preferably brown sugar. I didn't have any, so we use a little white sugar, gets the job done, and some lime juice. Mix that together, coat the salmon, marinate it for 15 to 30 minutes. Then we're gonna pop it in the air fryer on air crisp for about 15 minutes or until the salmon is medium well, depending on how you like yours. Now, the one thing that I will say about air fryers is they are efficient, they're user friendly, but they don't produce the prettiest end product. When you use an air fryer, you're really looking for convenience, not necessarily presentation. That being said, this salmon is not the prettiest salmon I've ever made in my life, but that is kind of the trade-off when you use the air fryer. It is, however, going to be delicious. So let me make sure before I lie to you guys. Let's see. It's perfect. Flaky, juicy, well seasoned. The skin gets really crispy in the air fryer. If you're one of those folks that don't like the skin, I get it. But if you do like fish skin or salmon skin, the air fryer produces the crispiest skin. That's so good. Flavor, efficiency, convenience, 10 out of 10. Presentation, 5 out of 10. Money. All right, guys, if you own an air fryer, you've definitely made chicken wings in it. But today I'm going to show you my favorite way to do it. We're going to coat it with a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil, season it, and then use a secret ingredient, which is probably not a secret these days, a little cornstarch. That's going to help the wings get nice and crispy. But I'm going to show you my full technique to get the perfect chicken wings in the air fryer. So we're going to go ahead and coat these in the oil. That's going to help the seasoning stick and the cornstarch. Sprinkle the cornstarch on there after we season, and then we're gonna get them in the air fryer at 390 degrees on air crisp or air fry, whatever your settings say. You wanna flip them every 10 minutes or so to make sure they're cooking evenly. And then I also like to spray them consistently with cooking spray. That way they continue to get nice and crispy and they don't burn or dry out too much, which has a tendency to happen with the dry heat that the air fryer produces. All right, guys, last but not least, lemon pepper or lemon bay wings. If you haven't tried my seasoning yet, you can grab it from the website. Super crispy, great color. Probably the best thing that you can make in the air fryer is chicken wings. Let's see what we got. I would buy an air fryer or own an air fryer specifically just to make chicken wings and reheat pizza. 10 out of 10.